What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Jasmine. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, you guys. I am back with another mukbang. Today, you guys, we will be having baked beans, mac and cheese, and we have some ribs, y'all. I did make this. I know you guys probably looking like, what's up with that mac and cheese? So, and I have some orange soda and I have some hot sauce. So when I started cooking this meal, I was so sure I had everything to prepare this meal. So once I did my ribs and I got to the beans, I got to the mac and cheese. I didn't have the box mac and cheese. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to go nowhere. I didn't want to order nothing. And then I'm like, okay, let me see if I have pasta and I can just do it from scratch. And this was the only pasta I had, and I use this for when I make like Alfredo and stuff. So I just made that work. But we're gonna get right into this video and we're gonna talk. I do have a story time today, y'all. Something crazy happened. It's like if it's not one thing, it's another. I can never catch a break. And what happened is gonna like push me back so far. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into all that in a minute. But how y'all doing today? I hope y'all having a good day. They big, but it's good. So with these ribs, I don't know. I know it's crazy, but I don't know how to like set up the grill, like put in all the stuff to get the fire and the shit going for the grill. So every time I would want a barbecue, my boyfriend is always around. This time, he wasn't. And I was like, I want ribs, but homemade ribs. Like, I don't want to go buy ribs from somewhere. So, I put them in the crock pot, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I put them in a crock pot for about it's tender. So I cut them up already. Put my seasonings, my liquid smoke, my onions, my bell peppers, and my hot sauce not coming out. Hold up. So I put my onions, my bell peppers, my seasonings, my smoke and all that. My hot sauce not coming out. It's like this. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So, put my onions, my bell, my liquid, my stuff, whatever, and they cook for about 5 hours, 5.5 hours. Then I took them out. I transferred them to a baking pot. Put my barbecue sauce I made. Another 20 minutes to let it soak. Oh, yeah. I've never done that before. No. My dog barking. She hears something. But yeah. Never done it before. And my lip. So, I'm gonna start talking. Who's that? So y'all know I used to work at McDonald's. I was there. My God. Irritating. He's stuck in my tooth. Okay. So I was at McDonald's for 2 years. So when I first started at McDonald's, I had just moved into an apartment. At the location I was at, I had just moved into an apartment or whatever. So Crystal. Okay. So I had started talking to this girl. We became friends. We started hanging out and really getting close. Maybe like 4 or 5 months after me working there. So she had 3 kids, whatever, and she used to talk to me about her problems, how her family would treat her fucked up, and like not really want to help her because they didn't like her baby daddy because he was on drugs. So, moving on and on. We still hanging out, we still been close. So a year go by, and we're super close. Like, we did everything together. Like, after work, before work, we always hung out, went out to eat. Like, she introduced me to her family. Like, I was close to her mom, her grandma, like her sister, like, and everything. So a year go by, my lease is about to be up for my apartment. So I had like a month left. I was debating if I was going to resign, if I wasn't going to resign. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So she ended up having a situation to where her family had put her out. They didn't want to deal with her. So she was like, I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed out. She was like, I can't move to a hotel because I don't have daycare or nothing for my kids. Like, my family was watching my kids, like, while I went to work and stuff. I'm thinking to myself, like, I want to help. I hate to see people in that situation. Like, if I know someone I could help, I'll try to help you. So I'm thinking, I'm like, her moving to my house, that's out. Because I'm in a 1-bed. 5 people in a 1-bed. Like, it was her 3 kids, her 4, 6 in a 1-bed. No. And 3 of them is kids. Like, yeah, we need more space. So I couldn't help her with that. And then I was like, me having work, him having work, and other stuff I'm doing, I can't watch 3 kids. Like, I don't know, like, I was just like, I don't know. So she was like, well, I'm gonna need to get a place or something. And she was like, the weeklies are really expensive. Like, what I'll pay for like a weekly hotel, I might as well get an apartment. And then she was like, but these are so tender, so juicy. She was like, but I can't get the apartment because I have to show that I make 3 times the rent, 2 times the rent. And she was like, I don't by myself. So she was like, I hate to ask, but like, do you think you can help me like get an apartment? Like, get on a lease with me or whatever? So I told her, let me think about that. Talked to my boyfriend about it. He like, let's just get like a 3 or 4 bedroom and roommate with him. And I was like, you think? I'm like, yeah. So I told her, she like, oh yeah, like that's cool, blah, blah, blah. So we go out and look for apartments. Boom, got an apartment. 3 bedrooms. Everything was good. So, a few months since it's been in an apartment, these other people started working at our job. It was a lady, and it was his mom. It was really cool people, really good people at McDonald's and stuff. And we got kind of close too. I ain't gonna say kind of close, but we talked a lot at work. Like, we associated a lot. But she got really close to him, like super close, that I didn't know about. So one day she come to me. She like, hey, I want to talk to you about blah 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 blah. I'm like, what's up? So, let me pause. So the 3-bed we had, she had 3 kids. So we basically had an extra room because the kids, they always want to be in a mom room and sleeping with her. Okay, me and my boyfriend had a room, so that left an extra room. So now she was like, blah 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 and blah blah blah. They about to be homeless. They can't pay for their weekly. They need help. And I'm just like, but they both, working at McDonald's. I'm like, how can they not, But I'm just like, I guess so. I'm like, that's fine. Go ahead. They supposed to stay there a few months to try to get an apartment and save up, because the weeklies are expensive. I'm not going to lie. When I first moved to Vegas, I was staying in the weekly Um, I think it was about $375 to $400 a week. I believe so. So they're pretty expensive. I mean, they have some cheap ones out here, but you gotta like really look for them, or it's gonna be in an area that you don't want to be in. So moving forward, they moved in, and mind you, they had, well, the lady, she worked with her son there, but she had another son that was younger. So that was 3 extra people moving in. They shared that room, and everything was going good, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So down the line, stuff started happening that I didn't like. Like, her baby daddy been on drugs and doing stuff like always arguing, always fighting, always popping up at the house, putting damage into the apartment. Like, you're not on this apartment, so why in the fuck do you think you can just sock holes in the walls and fuck up shit? Like, are you going to pay for this? No, you're not. Who is it going to go on? Me and her, because we're on the lease. So I would start saying like stuff about that, and so we were all going in on the rent. But when it came to like the utilities and stuff, me and my boyfriend paid it. So we would say stuff to them like, it's 12 in the afternoon. You know, you got your kids running around with all the lights on, playing with the lights. Like, come on now. Like, we should be able to say what we want. Like, we all live here, and especially if we're paying this certain bill, we should say what we want. So stuff like that was going on. And then they would start like saying little shit to my boyfriend because he would want the AC on and they would not want it on. And it's like, my boyfriend have seizures. He cannot be too hot or he would have a seizure. That's something y'all need to understand. This is a health issue. Like, this is not bullshit. So stuff like that started going on. The girl I originally helped get the place ended up getting super close to her baby's father. She ended up moving out. So she moved out, and that left me, my boyfriend, the lady, and her 2 kids. So mind you, her son, he was gay. So he acted like a straight bitch. It was so annoying. So he was the one that was always complaining about like the AC being on. It's like, you know, my boyfriend's situation. You've seen him had a seizure. You've seen the paramedics pick him up and take him to the hospital because of a seizure. You know what's going on and why you need the AC on. If you're that cold, you can easily close the vent in your room. Because he always stayed in his room. He never was in the living room. Like, he would come out for the kitchen and stuff for the bathroom, but he was mostly in the room. So close the vent in your room. Like, I don't see what the problem is. Like, so one day, my mom come down. I'm at work. I get a call. Hey, Jasmine, I think you should come home. They're fighting. Police got called. What? Her son started a whole argument about the AC again. And claimed that my boyfriend tried to hit him, this and that. And he was trying to call the cops. Oh, that's the part I missed. So once old girl moved out, I added him to the lease. So he thought he was doing something. So I left work. It was me and another manager working. I told her my situation and she already knew what's been going on because we had been talking. So she let me go. I went to the house They outside. Him and his mama, and then the girl that moved out. All trying to, like, team up on my nigga. Like, first off, don't team up on my nigga while I'm not here. Because he stay here too, and this is his house too. And mine is his is mine. So I hop out the car. I'm like, what's up? Like, y'all starting that bullshit again. Like, what's up? Like, oh no, it's your nigga, this and that. And this the old nigga talking about, oh, he trying to hit my mom, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, he not. No, he not. You cannot tell me that. I've been with this man for 7 years. Like, legit 7 years. You can't tell me he tried to hit your mom. Like, don't come with that bullshit. So I go inside. I question my mom. I question him. And we sit back and wait for the cops. The cops don't do nothing. It was like nobody hit each other. We don't see no bruises. Like, oh, that's my dishwasher. We don't see no bruises or nothing. It was like, just try to keep it down and this and that. So that did go back to the office. That was a whole nother thing. So after that incident, I kid you not, that same thing happened again. I'm like, okay. That's it. Because at that point, they needed me. Well, us. We didn't need them. So me being the nice person I am, the mom couldn't get added on the lease because she had eviction on her credit. He didn't have anybody else to add on the lease because nobody wants to do it. So they wouldn't have been able to keep that apartment if I didn't keep myself on the lease. So me being the nice person I am, I kept myself on the lease, but we got the fuck out of there. Like, once I seen it happen for the second time, I wasn't about to let it go a third, fourth, fifth, or sixth time. Like, that's out. So I promise y'all that time when that happened, the next day I started putting in applications and I had got the apartment like quick. We was out of there within like 2 weeks. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this, blah, blah, blah. So you move out. So once we moved out, like 2 months later, we had another incident. And it happened at work. So the mom, she ended up quitting. So it was just the son. She ended up like working somewhere else. So it was just the son. And it was an incident at work to where one night I was working graveyard and he was working with me. And I went on my break. I went outside. And while I was outside, a customer pulled up to me. Like, she had just left the drive-thru and she had pulled up to me. She was like, what did she say? She was like, are you the manager or who's the manager on duty? I was like, it's me. And I was like, how may I help you? And she was like, well, the person that's at your window giving out the food, he just threw my drink at me and it's all in my car. I'm like, what? So I apologized. I'm talking to her. I'm trying to figure out exactly what happened. Out of nowhere, he ran outside, cussing the lady out, trying to chase her. Like, the lady is pulling off. He is running after this lady. So, in that situation, I was supposed to tell my boss. I didn't report it to my boss. A few days later, she ended up finding out because the lady reported it to corporate, and she called me a day I was off, questioning me about it, upset about why I didn't tell her, and this and that. So to make a long story short, he ended up getting suspended. So I come back the next day, and I had to do graveyard again. And that night, I was working with another manager, and the boss had called her, and she was like, yeah, he can't work. She was like, he's suspended for a week. She was like, Y'all could call and tell him before he get there, or if he show up, just tell him when he get there. So me, I tell him before he get there, because I'm like, I don't want him to waste his time coming up here, wasting his gas or whatever. So I'm like, I'll call and tell him. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'ma still come. I don't care what nobody talking about. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna clock you in. I'm not gonna jeopardize my job. So if you show up, you're wasting your time. Don't say I didn't warn you. He show up. I'm in the front, bagging these orders. The other manager in the back. She told him what's up. She called our boss. He talking to her. He come to the front talking shit. Basically trying to say I was the reason he got suspended. How was I the reason? I didn't tell you to chase that fucking car around the damn parking lot and act a fool. So when he come to the front, the shit for the McFlurries, the Oreos, the M&Ms, and all that shit, he just tossed everywhere. Sauces flying everywhere. He did all that shit before he walked out. So he got fired. We had an altercation after that. To where I didn't talk to them no more. I didn't talk to them. I had blocked them and everything. And then the mom went trying to text me from another number, and then I just ended up changing my number, and we haven't talked since. So that's a little bit. So once I tell y'all this, y'all like, okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, you know, due to the coronavirus and stuff, the pandemic, like, if you're behind on rent, it's supposed to be fine. Like, they're not supposed to put you out or whatever. So, the other day I'm going through my emails, and I see an email from the apartment. Saying they got evicted. Like, I know the eviction, like, when it first go on there, if you pay it off, like, right away, it will clear up. But you guys, the balance on that apartment is $10,000. When I seen that, I was so fucking mind blown. I was so mind blown. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And it's like, now I don't have contact with these people. Like, I don't have their number. I don't know where they at. Like, $10,000, this shit is pushing me so far back. Because I have to start making payments on this. I'm going to go down to the courts. They told me it's something I can fill out to see if the judge can just let it go. Like, I don't know. I'm mind blown. Like, I'm trying to move forward, and I'm getting pushed fucking 50 times back. I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess this is what I get for being so nice, but that's just the person I am. Like I said, if I'm able to help, if I'm cool with you, if I see you in a situation, you know, I'm gonna help, because I know the struggle is, or how the struggle is, of being homeless, being out in the streets, not having nowhere to go, nobody wanting to help you. Like, I've been through it all when I was younger. And that's why I go so hard today. So I never have to be in that situation again. My mom never have to be in that situation. My little sister, like, that's why I just go hard, because I know the struggle. Like, I really been through it, like, for real, for real. So I know how it is. And that's why I always try to help people and just, you know. But this one fucked me up. This one really fucked me up. Like, gosh. I don't know, y'all. So that's what's been going on in my crazy life. I just found this out. It's been 2 days. My schedule is already booked up for this week, so I'm gonna try to go down to the courts next week and see what they can do, what I can do, whatever, because $10,000, and then when I called the place about making the payments, they want me to pay $1,000 a month. So yeah, y'all, it's a lot going on. It's a lot. But yeah, y'all, I got full. It was good, but I got full. I do have work in a little bit. I got time to take a nap. So we're gonna end this video right here. We're gonna end it right here, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this little story time. I am full. I am tired. I look tired. I look so tired. Like, I look like I'm drunk, or I had some drinks or something. I'm tired. But we're gonna end it right here, y'all. And before we end this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.